Hello students, welcome to my class. Today we will be dealing with the second chapter of home science. Now let us start. The chapter is Understanding the Self. What makes me I? Now in this chapter first thing that we are going to learn is the self-realization of adolescents. Now what are the various aspects that helps an adolescent to understand himself? First is his interest, personal interest. What is he interested in? Like some people may be interested in, say, playing. Some may have interest in drawing. Some may have interest in painting, this and that. So first thing for self-realization is to know your own interests. Second thing is to know your own skills, where you might have interest in something but you may be skillful at doing something else. Right? Skill means my efficiency. Where or on which sphere I can do a particular work more efficiently. That refers to my skill. Then we have the third aspect is expectation. What do my parents, my society expect from me? That forms the expectation. That also helps us to understand ourselves. And finally, what are our own capabilities? Whether we can fulfill the expectation that is being placed on us or not. How much capable are we? Now it might happen during adolescence that we are dreaming of something very high but we do not have that capability. So it happens so that when we are not being able to get what we want, we may be demotivated, demoralized. Right? So it is very essential that you know what exactly you want from life and whether you have the capability in achieving that. Next thing is our self-esteem or self-evaluation, where we hold our place. That is our self-esteem. It is self-evaluation, and adolescent evaluates himself. He knows how much he can do, whether he is a good citizen or not. He realizes his moral values and analyzes himself to reach the expectation of society from him. This is what is known as the self-esteem. Finally, what is identity? Identity formation is very important. When you are are in your adolescent stage, you come out from the identity that is given to you by your. So identity helps us to know ourselves. Now identity, there are two kinds of identity. One is our personal identity. That is, it refers to the qualities and attributes of a person that differentiate him or her from other persons. But he is also able to analyze his strengths and weaknesses. So when you form your own identity, in your personal identity, you know your strengths, your own weaknesses. You are able to identify your limitation and how to improve yourself. That is your identity formation. And the second thing is social identity. Social identity refers to the identity that we have in our society. It is created by the groups with whom we mix. It is created by our friends, or the professional group with whom we are, with the cultural and the religious groups of which we are part, also create our social identity. Now we would read about self during various stages. Our identity during various stages. Our identity during infancy, our identity during childhood, our identity during adolescence, and then finally during adulthood. So first of all, we would know about our identity during infancy. During infancy, a child is extremely small. A child during infancy is very small. He is not able to understand anything other than his own food, and he responds only when he is hungry. He cries only when he is hungry or when he is wet. Right? So as such, during infancy we do not have much identity formation. He is not even an infant is not even able to differentiate between living and non-living thing. If they see something big, they get very scared. After 18 months of age, they start recognizing things. Slowly and gradually, as the child starts growing up, he can identify his own things. He forms the conception of me and mine. This one is very important. And then self during, these are the characteristics of infancy. Now childhood. Now we will do the childhood part. In childhood, childhood is a period after 1 year, right? So 1 to 3 years, 0 to 3 years is infancy, 3 to 6 years is known as childhood. And now the child can talk, he can start expressing himself. During this period, self can be of two kinds. Categorical self, that is, child is being able to categorize between things. The way they categorize things is very limited. Like they can categorize between big and small. They can categorize between say fat and thin. They can categorize between child or aged people, good or bad, right? They don't have mixed opinion. Either something will be good or something will be bad. They don't form the mixed opinion. This is the categorical. They are very categorized. They categorize things either something to be very good or something to be very bad. They don't have any mixed opinion. This is how they categorize things, and this is the categorical self. And remembered self refers to how a child remembers of himself. When a child starts growing up, often the parents, they tell them stories that, see, when you were a child, you were like this, you were like that. So they don't know. They are made to remember the things. They are told how they were when they were children, and that forms the remembered self of a child. Now, self-concept relates to concrete terms. They describe about themselves in terms of things they can do or what they have. That is how they describe themselves, right? Like, they would say, I can climb stairs, or they would say, I have a jog at home, like this. Inner self refers to inner thoughts of, that is the imaginative self. The child starts becoming more imaginative. Young children develop some inner thoughts which may come from watching television, movies, stories, and encouragement they get from adults. Example, by watching their favorite cartoon on TV, children start believing that they can also act like them and behave like they as their super man, their Red Riding Hood. They deal in a world of imagination. This is their inner self, or their world of imagination. Now, self during adolescence, in this period, a child becomes more balanced. He can do more social comparison. Like category, when a child was in his infancy, he can categorize things as this or that. There was nothing in between. But now the child can do more social comparison. He can describe self based on competence versus self-specific behavior. Children are now more aware of their physical capacities. They become more aware of their place in social group. Where are we? How are we liked in the group? So they start thinking all these things. They are being able to distinguish between their real and idealistic self, what they are and what they should be. So they can form this difference. Self in reference with friends' acceptance. They are very happy if they are accepted in the friends group. If they are not accepted, they are sad. So that is what we say, self in reference to the friends group. How am I accepted among my friends? This becomes a very integral part during middle childhood. Now self during adolescence. Now, as you know, adolescence is a period of transition between childhood and adulthood. Now, in this period, you can neither call a person to be child nor an adult. He is in between adulthood and childhood. According to H. Erickson, at each stage of our development from infancy to old age, we have to accomplish certain tasks which enable us to move from the next stage to the next stage of development. Now, these are developmental tasks. Like when you are an infant, a child is born. He knows how to turn over. Slowly and gradually he learns how to crawl, and then he walks. These are all developmental tasks. One by one, a person learns the things. These are all developmental tasks. This is the time which is considered to be critical from the point of view of identity formation. The adolescents are confused, and the focus at this time is on the development of their self. There are reasons of this crisis of identity. Many sudden changes. Now see, adolescence, as you know, is a period of stress and storm, because you encounter a lot of changes during this period. Physical growth, mental changes, transition between adulthood and childhood, right? So many sudden changes are taking place in adolescence, and he or she is confused about himself or herself. It is difficult for the adolescents to adjust to these hormonal changes. Moreover, there is also hormonal changes that all of a sudden it happens with adolescents. All of a sudden they become depressed, and all of a sudden they are extremely happy. These are all because of certain hormonal changes within you, right? Then there are also sudden changes in your physical appearance, which also makes you worried. So due to all these things, during adolescence there is an extreme crisis, mental crisis. Moreover, during adolescence, parents and society start expecting a lot more from them, right? As if they are very mature. Due to the changes, an adolescent undergoes his physical appearance become adult-like. So he becomes adult-like physically, but he is not so much. His thoughts, his maturity level is much below an adult. But due to his physical growth, he is often considered to be an adult and is entrusted with lots of responsibilities, tasks. Though normally they like and enjoy their new friend status as adult, but inside they still feel vulnerable and lost. When some responsibility is expected from them, they suddenly come under pressure. When you give them responsibility, they come under pressure. There is stress. Sometimes they are expected to behave in a matured manner as adults. On the other hand, they are told that they are... Now, this is a great confusion. It also happens with you, that sometimes your parents would tell you, you are quite grown up now. You must behave in a mature way. Now, when they are arguing, now say for instance, your parents are discussing about something very important, and you go and tell them, give them some suggestion. Now, immediately they'll tell you, be what you are. You are still young. Don't fall into this matter. You don't have to tell anything. You are young and stay out of this discussion. You are too young to be a part of this discussion. Now, because of all these things, an adolescent may feel confused. Then what am I? Am I a mature person? Am I an aged person? Or am I a young one? What am I? So this is the conflict that happens within the mind of an adolescent. His social relationships also undergo changes. Attraction towards opposite sex brings changes in the circle of friends. Now, before adolescence, a person is attracted to the people of same sex. They love making friendship with the people of same sex. But as you grow up, during adolescence, you suddenly feel a deep attraction for friends or for people of opposite sex. So this is also a great change. Now, because of this situation, the adults for some time is because of these confusions, right? Like sometimes they are being asked to behave maturely. Sometimes they are told that they are not so mature to take part in everything. Because of all these confusion, the adolescents sometimes they are not being able to cope up with the situation. He has not been able to concentrate on his work, seems a bit confused and forgetful. It is all a part of normal adolescent development. These are parts. Very stressed, very moody. Now, characteristics of an adolescent's sense of self. The adolescent understands and perceives himself in terms of his inner strength and qualities. The description is almost abstract and not like that of a middle or early childhood. He may describe himself as a cool guy. These are all friend language, peer language. Cool guy, I'm very sensitive, I'm very truthful, I'm brave. They love being associated with these adjectives, right? Still, they are not very sure about their self. Their reaction to different situation is very different. Sometimes they are very confident, especially when they are amongst friends, they are very confident. And sometimes they are completely without any confidence, and they are very nervous, extremely nervous. So they behave in different situation in a different way. They can describe themselves in different contradictory ways. Example, they can say, though I am quite brave now, but scared about supernatural events. Or I am friendly, but take time to open up. These things. Now the questions that you need to prepare from the second chapter, that is self during various stages of life, are characteristics of self during various stages like infancy, then you have childhood, middle childhood and adolescence. You need to make points like say childhood, what are the characteristics? Then say your childhood, infancy, characteristics of infancy, childhood, characteristics of childhood, characteristics of self during adolescence and middle childhood. Write it separately, make your own points and then study. And then only the chapter can be clear to you. Thank you all for attending this session. Goodbye.